The following is a reading of ReviewTech USA and DSP Gaming's DMs. The screenshots were edited together to provide a more natural flow of the messages, but some of the timestamps were lost due to poor screenshot placement. The timestamps are from RTU's time zone, Eastern Standard Time. Enjoy! On the 14th of July 2022 at 7:13 p.m., we start with Phil.
We have a new life together here, and that's why I'm not dwelling on the past. I am not just a person frozen in time in 2016 who did something stupid. And every time someone like you keeps referencing that moment or bringing it up, it's like the last 6 years didn't happen or matter. And that's incredibly unfair. So no, I'm not putting it on a fucking shirt, and I'm not making an emote out of it, and I'm not referencing it constantly. It's stupid and needs to be forgotten, so not just that guy when I'm coming up on a 15-year history of content creation.
On the 15th of July 2022 at 7:12 p.m., Rich then replies,
The best legacy to leave is humor. Life happens. We are live streamers laughing out loud. For all I know, it could be me who gets caught jerking off. And you know what? Fuck it. I'd hate if it happened, but if it did, I'd capitalize on it.
A measly 6 minutes later, Phil then replies,
The point is that sometimes it's not just about me or you. It's about the people around you. People in my community don't want to just think about me whacking off constantly, and my wife definitely doesn't. It's not like I'm not over it. I couldn't give a shit anymore. But actions have consequences. I'm not going to exploit something dumb or hurt others around me for personal gain. My longtime fans who support me every day don't want drama. And bringing that shit up would do just that. We've all moved past that a long time ago.
Almost a full year passes. Phil was interviewed by the Side Scrollers on March 16, 2023. The next day, at 2:35 a.m., Phil replies again.
I'm sincerely sorry about your daughter, and I wish her a speedy and complete recovery.
A few hours later, Rich replies,
Thank you, Phil. I genuinely appreciate that. Would you be interested in coming on my stream with Jay and I sometime?
The following morning, Phil replies,
Sadly, it would never be possible with my detractors. They would fucking destroy it just like they do everything else for me. But I'd love to have a convo with you on my new React channel one day/night. BC, I think it's time to be civil and just talk about shit. And that way I can keep their toxic shit out of it. Seems StreamYard's easy to use. That's what I just use for side scrollers. Likely gonna buy a premium sub so it can do 1080p, but it's pretty simple to use. By the way, this would be purely no drama. I just want to chill and talk, man.
Same on my stream as well. If you want, I can't turn off the chat or make it members only. I can turn off the chat, I mean to say.
What do you use to do interviews, etc. currently? I wonder if there would be a way for us to both stream it from our own channels simultaneously, so that way our communities could just stay on those channels and not harass the other. Not to say that it would happen either way, but better safe than sorry.
Zoom, and of course you can.
Okay, I'd have to look into Zoom and figure it out from my end. That would be completely fair. But you know me, Mr. Dinosaur, and don't know how to use anything, lol.
All I have to do is send you a link. So long as you have a mic and webcam set up, you're good.
You do realize that if you want to have a civil convo that isn't drama, immediately making a drama tweet probably isn't the best way to go about it.
A year and a half goes by. On the 30th of August, 2024 at 4:03 a.m., Phil is trying to get ReviewTech on his show.
Everyone wants me to have you on my show now. Convince me why I should even give you the time of day, BC man. I'm gonna have to swallow a lot of pride to be nice to you. No response, Rich? Really? I'm throwing you a bone despite your constant insults to myself, my wife, and anyone associated with me.
After a week of no reply from Review Tech, Phil goes on to say,
Okay, well, you had the chance, and I'm really sorry for where your life has ended up. That's karma. If you appeared on my show, I would be civil with you and hash out anything SNF, everything. And as long as no insults were thrown, I think it would go like the Keemstar interview. No lie here. Unlike Craig, I actually do not want any apology from you. BC, I roasted you when I reacted to your documentary with Kino Casino. I'd just like to finally have a discussion with you in public so we can squash any beef and move on. I really mean that.
almost 2 more weeks pass. Review Tech does a stream on Phil, and these are Phil's thoughts.
I've heard you did another insult-laden show toward me, but you've ignored my messages here and my attempts to be civil. Man, you are low. Low down at this point in your life. I wish you the best. I really do. But you just can't stop your own self-destruction, which I'd like to help with in a real conversation. No attacks at all, but I'm talking to the wall, aren't I, Rich?
Review Tech then sends this picture. One of LTG looking through a window.
That man will never leave his insulated comfort zone of sycophants to do anything with anyone that people actually want to see. And if he did show up at my house, I'd just make fun of him more, LOL. He's a clown. So, that's it? You think throwing LTG at me is the best you can do? You used to be better than that. I'm actually surprised you responded at all. And if you haven't noticed, I'm not going to talk about these DMs publicly like you do. I actually want to have you on my show to hash shit out and find out what your problem with me really is so we can put this all to bed and move on.
Being done with the conversation, Review Tech sends an AI-generated image of an older man with glasses being surprised by a bird creature. Phil, being the completely alien individual, sends this response.
I have no idea what this is. I actually love birds. I think they're awesome and cute and wish I had one.
On the 25th of September 2024 at 5:07 a.m., it would seem Phil really wants a response from Richard.
Rich, I'm gonna give you one last chance. You tried so hard to get me on your show for ages. I've extended the olive branch here. If you won't take it simply because you're no longer in a position of power, it just goes to show you were never interested at all and what kind of person you are. If you don't respond to this message seriously, I'm just gonna assume you're okay living the rest of your life out as a joke. If you haven't noticed, June the King's documentary and myself didn't end me. It had the opposite effect. I make money playing mobile games now and nobody cares. So come on my show and settle it all and come out looking good, just like Keemstar did. Or do your own thing and good luck. But this'll be goodbye for good for me. Respond in this DM if you want to be on my show. I don't know why I have to spell it out like you're a 5-year-old. You have 48 hours. If I don't hear from you, the door is closed forever.
Hi, Phil. Sure. I'd love to come on. Let's schedule a day and time.
On Saturday at 3:42 a.m., Phil writes a short essay on when Rich can come on his podcast.
Okay, my show runs from 11 a.m. PDT to 1 p.m. PDT. I have guests on from 11:30 a.m. onwards, and I like to keep interviews around 90 minutes. It would be through Discord, so I need to add you there. I've already promised an interview slot this coming week, so it would have to be the week of October 14th through the 18th. I cannot 100% promise a day yet, as I align my days off of work with my wife, and she doesn't get her schedule too far ahead. But now that you know the time frame, I'm sure we can figure out one of those days. Also, FYI, I have one requirement. I actually want you to be present for the interview. So you were not allowed to be high at the time or eat any edibles. That would just be a complete waste of my time, and my time is valuable. I need to know if this can work by Monday, as I have other guests lined up, and I can't leave them in limbo waiting on your answer. So again, if you don't agree by Monday, this is off the table forever, and I move on. Look forward to hearing back from you.
Okay. I would be available on those dates after October 15th. Besides that, I'm flexible.
So, any day from October 16th through the 18th works for you at those times?
Yes.
Okay, I will get back to you on the exact date once I work out my own schedule for that week. Also, I'm serious about being sober. If you come on high, I'm just gonna end the call.
LOL, okay. Sure, Phil. I'll make sure to be sober as a judge for you.
Oh, one final thing because I almost forgot. This is my interview, and I have exclusive rights to broadcast it live and upload it to my channel. You can absolutely react to it and clip it after the fact, but this isn't a simulcast. I only bring it up, BC. Keemstar told me you did that to him without his knowledge during your appearance on his show years ago. So let me know if you're okay with that.
Yeah. A decade ago before I knew any better, LOL. That's fine, Phil.
Okay, great.
And this concludes the reading. I hope you enjoyed and have a lovely day.